You know what is the epitome of living in the moment?
What?
Kissing. Today we're going to talk about crushes.
If you guys are like tickling each other and you realize that friends don't do that, I think if you're uncomfortable with your husband taking pictures of naked women, that's a very okay boundary to have. Hello, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. You want to start? Go first.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'm
it's fine.
Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome
back to the podcast.
episode 48.
Woohoo! We're one off of 50. And then you double that, that's 100.
And then you double that, that's 200.
Or if you add a zero, that's 2,000. We've
That's
basically
crazy.
done 2,000
I
episodes.
don't think we'll make it to 2,000, but
What the
how
hell?
many? How many?
What in the lack of ambition? You don't think we're going to make it to 2,000?
Episode 2,000? You
Why
know
the
how
fuck
many?
not?
If we did the math, podcast a week, 2,000 weeks.
That's like a year-ish. Okay, 2,000 divided by 50 years.
Okay, 2,000 weeks is how many years do you think that is?
2,000 weeks. 20? 15?
38 years.
Oh, whatever. We're going to be here in 38 years, will
I
you?
don't know about that.
Why not?
No.
And even if we're not, is it better to say that we're not, or is it better to just enjoy the moment and think that we will be?
I think let's just live in the moment for now, because we might not make it.
You know what is the epitome of living in the moment?
What?
Kissing.
So I just came back from Evo.
How was that?
Got out of pools the first day, but it's okay. Next year.
What is
year.
it got out of, like, were you like in the pool tanning?
Oh, you're so cute. So when you go to Evo, you can sign up for to play, right? Depending on the games.
Yes.
So getting out of pools the first
I
day
do
means your group, like you
made
won
it
and you made
to
it
the
out.
next
and
one.
if you made it out,
I knew that. I just thought it would be cute to be like, were you sun tanning in Vegas?
very cute.
It wasn't it?
I didn't make it out, but I don't think any of our friends made it out.
Damn, the competition's that hard.
Yeah, no, people
Dude,
are very
I've
good.
seen like young people sign up with like their grandparents. It's
Oh, no.
so cute. Like generational Evo, generational Street Fighter. It's so
Sykkuno
cool to
got
see.
destroyed by this kid. And it wasn't
Well,
even
that's
close.
just video games, period.
Yeah, no, it just, there's so many people who are good at fighting games, but it's still really fun. I'm glad I tried. My matches were really close, so I'm happy about that.
That's so cute.
I have a, Evo. Dude, this like annoyed me afterwards, and I couldn't pinpoint why. Okay, now it's just funny, okay? But at Evo, right? I was watching my brother and wait, hold on. Oh yeah, Peter and my brother were playing Street Fighter, and they don't play. They're new. So I'm just watching them have fun, and I'm like, so fun, huh? Like, do this, do that. And a guy comes up, and he's like, can I play? Because sometimes you can like ask people to play a set. And I'm like, oh, sorry, they're new to the game, you know? He's like, okay, but you're not new, right? Let's play. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't really.
Wait, sorry to interrupt.
No,
I'm
it's
not
okay.
really
No.
sorry. It's been a while. I haven't done it. I think I redeem an interruption every like 15
No, I
minutes.
understand. But what did you want to say?
This one's additive though.
Yeah,
For the
I get it. What did you want to say? If you're gonna-
Was he saying it in that tone?
Huh?
Was he saying it in that tone?
It was like very like blunt, casual sort of vibe. I'm not sure actually.
Ugh, I hate a blunt, casual, pretending
he
to be
wasn't
nonchalant,
mean, but
mother flipper. If I don't know you, if I know you, yeah, be a little
he
blunt.
was a little nonchalant. I'm like, oh, okay, and I didn't want to like say no because I felt like I don't know rude. I don't know. So he's like, okay, let's play. So he brings out his stick.
It's because his blunt tone peer pressured you.
He plugs it in and he starts button checking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this guy fucking plays. Proceeds to absolutely annihilate me. Like I wasn't even close. I'm like, oh, he's good. He's like really good, right? Not that if he beat me, you're like super good, but I'm just not that I'm like that bad. But you know what I mean?
They must be.
And then he's
you're
like,
good, so they gotta be.
and then
super good.
afterwards, we're like, oh, GG. He's like, I'm like, oh yeah, GG. He's like, okay, big fan, by the way. Can we take a picture? And I'm like, okay, so you knew who I was. You know
that is why he was being blunt, casual. Like I'm telling you,
my
when you did that tone, I was like, I already know it's coming.
You know my skill level, so
Already know
you
it's
know you're
coming.
like way better than me, right? You know you're gonna shit on me. So just the whole interaction left me feeling.
Can I just say it is crazy to shit on someone and then be like, can we have a photo?
I was like, okay. That's like the equivalent of like shitting on me and coming in my chat while I'm streaming. Hey, I was this person. I was the
know.
person you just versed GG. I'm like,
Okay, I will take this.
so funny.
I will take this to be an opportunity to maybe teach some people in the audience something. Because to be honest, this could be you at home. It's probably not because everybody that watches this is fucking dope. But I do think sometimes people approach streamers, content creators, people that they know but that they don't know personally with that kind of attitude, thinking, oh, if I'm casual and if I talk to them maybe in like a blunt tone or like a nonchalant way like a friend would, then maybe I won't come off as a fan or it will be casual because I'm kind of pretending that it is. But actually, I think it makes us all much more comfortable when you are just earnest
Upfront.
and honest.
Just
And you say,
honesty.
hey, I'm a fan. I've practiced a lot. Could I play you?
Yeah, I would have been
And
happy to say
if
yes.
you know you're if you're better,
much better.
then you know, like, what's the right term? Not sandbagging, but like when I play with people that are better than me, like I remember when I played CS:GO for a week and I played with like Tarek and all these other pros, and they would like whip out their knives and start doing 360s to like let me get a kill. That kind of attitude is so much sweeter and more endearing. So yeah, just saying it's much better to be honest. I love when someone comes up to me and they're like, I love your stuff, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to talk, sit down, have a coffee sometime? Sure, whatever. Right? I think you just go into the interaction a lot.
Honestly,
Mhm.
I think when you start with the honesty, I am happy to say yes. You know, me. Yeah, sure, Lily. Just I say yes to everyone. But when
But
it's
here
like,
you feel like debated.
I
You
just
were
felt
pranked. You
awkward.
were
I'm like,
literally
oh
pranked.
man. It just felt like, okay, so you knew who I was. You know you're much better than me. It just felt very like weird. I guess I just felt bad after that interaction. I'm like, I couldn't pinpoint why I felt a little bad about it. But then after like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, I think I just rather people be honest
Upfront.
upfront, and
Mhm.
it's all good. Yeah, but that was,
I know the term. You felt deceived.
mm,
Slightly.
maybe that's
Pranked.
pranked maybe a
Punked.
little bit.
Played. Pooped
Eh,
on.
Either way, I was like, oh well, I'm getting shit on.
Well, I'm sorry
2
that
rounds of
happened.
that.
But at the
Wee.
end of the day, you're Lily Pichu, so
Well, I did ask them in the middle of it, like, hey, got any advice? How do I beat you?
I like
And they
that.
gave me some advice. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, and then the picture afterward. That's so funny.
The caption, just kick the shit out of Lily Pichu. It's crazy.
It was fun though. I love
Mhm.
Evo. I love all the fighting game. I met a lot of friends in the fighting game community, right? After
Dude,
doing.
I am shocked by how welcoming and friendly the fighting game community is. As someone who has played so many different games throughout my streaming and gaming career, that might be like top 2 most welcoming
They're
communities,
so nice.
or just the most welcoming one.
Everyone I met has been like just super nice, good vibes. We all hung out at the hotel room and we had like Tekken and Street Fighter setups and everyone was just playing
Cute.
against each other.
Mhm.
It was really fun. I like
Sounds
the vibe
really
a lot.
nice.
You should play a fighting game.
I'm so down to play, legit anytime. Teach me. Also, I'm so excited for Riot's fighting game. When is that coming out?
2XKO?
Oh, I didn't know it had a new name. I
Oh
still
yeah,
remember it as
Project L.
Project L, yeah.
2XKO, I feel like they're coming out with the beta release this year.
Game's coming out September. It's coming out
That's
September.
so soon!
I thought that was like beta though.
No, I think
Closed
they
beta? No, it's
no.
just the
They're
release.
just doing
Oh.
the release. Yeah, I believe
I
so.
think 2XKO looks fabulous. It's a tag team fighter.
Mhm.
I do wish they sped it up a little bit more
Sped
because
it up in terms of release or the tempo
the
when you're
the
playing?
tempo of like their
The
updates and releases I think was a
Mm.
little slow because remember
Oh,
there was so much hype about 2XKO.
like
Now
a year
there's
ago.
Marvel Tokon coming out, which is a 4v4 tag team fighter by same producer, whatever,
4v4 as in 2
Guilty
people on
Gear.
each team and they both play 2 characters?
No, you control one character, and
Mhm.
it's more like one main and like 3 side that like help. You can tag team out.
Mhm.
Tag team fighting is like it's like a genre I don't quite play as much, but 2XKO is like that 2v2. Marvel
Mhm.
Token is 4v4. There's the Invincible game
But sorry,
coming out.
to clarify, for example, 2XKO? It's 2v2, but you are playing 2 characters.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you can play 2v2, like 2 players and 2
people.
players.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, but Marvel, I think, is just 1v1.
Mhm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but that's coming out. That's super hype now. The line
Yeah.
for that at Evo was like hours long to just even try for
Do
like
you know
10 minutes.
when it's coming out?
Marvel, I'm not sure.
Okay, because yeah, for Riot, I remember playing it at EVO last year, and so if it's coming out a year-ish later, I'm like, not ideal, but not super bad. So
Mm.
maybe if the Marvel game is coming out a year from now, then it's like, oh, maybe that's just typical release schedule.
Oh, I'm not sure. The Marvel game looked pretty polished. Like I tried it.
Dude, so did Project L when I played it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wonder why. Anyway, and then there's the Invincible. You know Invincible.
Mhm.
We're seeing the fighting game. I think that's a 3v3. So all these 2v2,
Interesting.
3v3, 4v4,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Yeah,
Well, Eva sounds like it was so freaking fun.
I loved it. I really love Evo. I think Evo is a convention I will come back yearly.
I
Yeah.
love that. Can I add some sour to your sweet?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have to vent. I
Uh-oh.
really do.
What happened?
Why is it so ridiculously difficult to cancel a subscription for any online product
Oh, I
ever?
see. You know what? That's a very valid event.
Like I actually think someone would have an easier time curing cancer sometimes than just like unsubscribing from one product. Also, have you ever had a ghost subscription?
What's a ghost subscription?
I've bought a product before and I intentionally tried to buy the product, not the subscription version of the product, but then it still signed me up for a subscription. But I just bought it one time, so I never even made an account. Now I have a subscription that's not associated to any account.
It does feel like a lot of things you buy. Obviously companies value subscription models because that's guaranteed income every month. It's
Mhm.
never just like you buy it and now it's yours forever.
Mm-mm.
And if it's that, there's DLCs and updates
Listen,
and
I get it. Subscription models are great for consistent income, says the Twitch streamers.
mhm.
Um,
Subscribe to our Patreon, by the way.
and the Patreon havers.
Yeah.
But my point is just it should not be so
Hard to
difficult
cancel it.
to cancel.
I agree with that.
Sometimes you can even email them and they'll be like, well, to cancel it, you're gonna have to follow these steps. You try to follow these steps, it's impossible. Again, back to the ghost subscription. How the fuck I got a subscription associated to my account? I ain't got a fucking account. You have to make an account to have the ability to unsubscribe even. It just pains my brain.
That reminds me of the one time it was in Jersey, I think. I signed up for a gym
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to cancel it
Mhm.
online. It would not let me cancel it online. I'm like, you have to come in person and you have to provide your
I
information. I'm
remember
like,
this.
are you shitting
You have
me
to
right
come in
now?
person. You
I
have to
come in
talk
person.
to us. And you have to
the
tell us
right person.
why. I also hate when you go to unsubscribe and they're like, why?
Because I feel like it.
Literally.
Because
And
I want to.
And then I'm mentally, I don't even want to, but I'm forced to read through all the options. And I'm like, it's none of these fucking options. They're
Because
like,
you
tell us
ask
more. And
me
I'm like, I
questions
don't
like
wanna. I don't, let me go.
Let her go.
Oh my God, the subscription I was canceling today. I go to the website. It's one of those websites with fucking 20 pop-ups. You know the pop-up and it's like, spin this wheel.
Oh.
The pop-up and it's like, well, this is the deal today and you only have 3 minutes and 57 seconds to redeem it. Now I'm stressed. Why are my cortisol levels increasing on your website? Okay, I go to unsubscribe and you click the button. The login button is basically hidden. They don't want you to know you got an account. Okay, I go to the account and then the account, there's a million different things before there's the like managed subscriptions. You gotta go to payment, to orders. Okay, then you see your past orders. Then you gotta find the managed subscription. Okay, then you gotta go to not edit subscription, cancel subscription. Okay. And then I try to go to cancel my subscription and I'm on my phone and there's this pop up again of like, why? I'm like, none of your fucking business for starters. But here's the worst part you have all the options. And then the part that's like, where you have to click again to cancel the subscription, it's covered by another pop-up ad. That's like 50% off your first order. So I actually can't cancel because there's the pop-up ad. I try to click the pop-up ad, it takes me to another page to get 50% off a product I don't fucking want. Let me go.
What were you trying to cancel?
I was trying to cancel these supplements that
Mm.
I used to take for a bit, but to be honest, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. I don't know if they changed the capsule within which the supplement is, or if I just had this supplement so many times, but I got to a point where anytime I would take the pill, it felt like it was burning my throat with, like, the plastic coating,
Really?
and I would, like, taste it. I took
That's
one earlier today, and I still taste the pill. So I'm
that's
like, "I never
yeah.
wanna take these ever again." Yeah.
That sounds yucky.
It was yucky,
You know
and
what
the
doesn't sound
subscription.
yucky though?
Ooh, tell me
Our
more.
sponsor for today. I don't actually know if it segues into anything good. I'm
I
sorry.
like that, I like that.
What's our sponsor today?
Zocdoc.
Okay, never mind.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
I don't know.
Well, if you wanted another supplement recommendation, maybe you could speak to a doctor
too
through
early.
ZocDoc.
It's too early.
We'll see you guys later for that ad
Yeah,
break.
later.
Sorry for venting.
No,
Some
no.
subscriptions are great, and I use them. But please let me go easily when I would like to depart. Thank you.
We should do that for our Patreon. You want to unsubscribe? Fill out this fucking 20.
Come find us in person.
Come find us at a con in person.
Yes,
Give us
and then
your-
tell us why to our faces. Go
Eye
ahead, you gotta
contact.
have the guts.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, I went to Tara Yummy's birthday party. And I met this guy. He is Love Island adjacent. Do you watch Love Island?
Mm.
Anyways, let's say he's like he knows someone. He's Love Island adjacent. Okay, whatever. And he caught my eye because he looks Middle Eastern. And I don't see like that many Middle Eastern looking people in LA. And I told my friends, and then we're walking through the party, and my friends ended up walking a little bit ahead of me, and I was talking to
Mhm.
someone. They grab the guy. They bring him to me. He taps me on my shoulder. I turn around. He's like, "Your friends told me you think I'm cute."
Okay.
I know.
And then?
These damn matchmakers out here. Anyways, I was like, "Oh, hi." So we start talking, and he's asking where I'm from. I was like, "Oh, I was born in Morocco. I grew up in Canada." Blah blah blah. He's like, I asked where he's from. He's like, "Oh, I don't live in LA." I was like, "That's okay. To be honest, I don't really like LA people too much. Anyways, respectfully, I am one of them, so whatever." Um, I was like, "Oh, that's fine." And he tells me where he's from. I'm trying not to dox him right now. He tells me where he's from, and he tells me that he's staying in like downtown-ish area. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I have like a place kind of near there, and I have a place over here, like the 2 apartments." And he's like, "Oh, we should see how far away your place is from mine."
Okay.
And I was like, "Now why would we do that?" He's like, "Well, in case we like want to go later." And I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
no, I don't think we'll be doing that." And he's like, "No, open up your maps. Like, let's just see how far away my place is from here."
Okay.
Again, we're 2 minutes into the conversation. All I know is his name and where he's from. And I was like, and
No.
he's like, "Why not?"
Mm.
"What you mean, why not?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just like not, I don't really like do that." And then it's like, "Oh, your friends told me you pointed me out earlier." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's because you look Middle Eastern, blah, 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 blah." And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, I get that a lot. I think it's because of my hair and my nose." And he was like, "But girls like big noses, don't they?"
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was like, "Sir, I know what you're insinuating." So it like as a response, I kind of just like shake my head and I turn around, because I'm like, "Okay, I get it." And then he proceeds to say the quiet part out loud, and he goes, "'Cause they want to sit on it."
That's a crazy thing to
So
say.
now
the
I'm
first
double
convo.
SMHing, I'm double face palming. Oh gosh, I can't do this. And I was like, I get it. Kind of making an expression or reaction. I'm like, "Okay, you could stop now."
Yeah.
But for some reason, to him, this is like an invitation to go further. Because then he triples down and goes, "So if your legs get tired tonight."
Whoa. Okay.
At
Man's
this,
just shooting his shot and missing, but he's still shooting.
I know. And so I tell him, "Listen, I don't think I'm the girl you're looking for tonight. I can help you find someone else to talk to.
Mm.
Like, I can even wing woman for you if you'd like. And he says, he's like, no, but like, I think you're so pretty. Na 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 na. I was like, I think I'm done with this
Mm.
conversation.
Then you just walked away or what?
I I was not joking, and I'm like, we should find you someone else to talk to.
Uh-huh.
And then how do I explain? We basically went to like find my friends and the other people he was there with so I could like drop him off with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
So you didn't find your true love.
I did not find my true love at the
Unfortunate.
Tariyami party, sadly, but I think I'll live. At least, to be honest, even though that was like such a interaction, it is sometimes fun to just go out and have a weird ass interaction.
Yeah.
Also, that was like 3 minutes into a convo. I'm like, you can talk to me like that, like if you're my husband. If I've known you for 3 minutes, sir.
He was just trying. And
God
then
bless his heart.
and sometimes you just miss, and that's fine. Maybe
Yeah, but he missed like 5 times.
Yeah, and not the dartboard was running away like actively. And he was still trying to shoot. Yeah.
Also, I'm doing 31 days of giveaways. I'm kind of stressed.
You're giving away something every day for 31 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, Poki's like Santa Claus.
Oh, it's
like a really hot Santa Claus.
Oh my god,
Like
thank you.
Miss Claus.
Miss Claus.
Like really hot.
Tuck's hair behind you. Yeah, just a little challenge I wanted to do for myself. Both to give something away because I know we are during just very difficult economic times out there, and I was hoping to
What are you giving away?
so many different things. I'm giving away everything ranging from literally a Labubu to potentially a vehicle. So
Wow.
it's gonna be a pardon?
How are you giving it away? Like, how do you enter?
Oh, to enter, there's rules basically in each caption, but it's usually just like, comment, that's it.
Wow, that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
On your socials.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Mainly my IG and TikTok. So I'm really excited. It's been pretty fun so far. It's nice because, as you know, I love to give things away. Like,
Gift
that is
giving.
really a motivational
Yes.
factor for me.
Poki
And
is
I've
gift
been
giving.
wanting to get better at short form content. So I'm like, how do I motivate myself? And I'm like, okay, just force yourself to give something away for 31 days. And then instead of being like, oh, I'll slowly get better at this one skill, I'm trying to just like,
Just do it.
yep,
I
brute
saw-
force experience.
I saw a TikTok of this girl opening up one of your giveaways. Actually, the
Really?
it was the one with
The birthday one?
the birthday
Yeah.
one, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so
Mhm.
cute, and she's so happy. It was
That's my
adorable.
favorite part.
I
To
loved
see
it.
people's reactions or opening it up or whatever.
Super cute.
Yeah. If you don't have anything top of mind you want to talk about. I also saw the thing of Bobby Altoff quitting her podcast, but I thought that was fake. Do you know Bobby Altoff? Bobby Altoff has the podcast. I think it's called A Very Good Podcast, and it went really, really viral maybe 2-3 years ago. Let me give you the full rundown. For starters, background, she used to make, I think, TikToks or random content about being a mom. She's a comedian and she was married to someone. And then she launched this podcast. It went very viral because she had certain celebrities on there, including Drake, including maybe like Lil Yachty, Tyga, yeah. And she has very like dry humor. And I think that in contrast with, for example, like a rapper's personality was really engaging and really interesting for people. But also, to be honest, she would get a lot of hate and she still kind of does. And I think partially the reason why is because it seems to me that a lot of either her audience or a lot of the demographic in the comedy circle is guys, and I think her being a mom, a girl, and she divorced her husband soon after the podcast started gaining traction. Obviously, these things likely don't have any relation, but I think it created a sort of narrative that was easy for random people in the comment to hate on her about. And I think also because of her dry humor, like sometimes people just like didn't connect to her enough as a person. Anyways, I don't like a lot of the stuff that people say about her. I feel like she's just a girl with dry humor, really. Actually reminds me a little bit of like the some like silly comments that you'll sometimes see in regards to Cutie where people just don't understand the joke that she's saying.
I
Do you
think
get what
I've
I
seen
mean?
clips of her.
It's
Now
like
that
she's
yeah.
clearly not being serious. He said, "It lasted a minute and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have," Altoff said as she announced the end of her podcast. She launched her podcast back in April 2023, quickly grabbing the attention of more than 30 million followers. Her final podcast had a bit of a funeral vibe, with Altoff and her sister both donning black dresses and dark sunglasses. She opened the podcast by saying, "All right, guys, I don't really think there's any good way to say this, but this is the last episode of the Really Good Podcast." She went on to explain how it's been a dream for 2.5 years and how she's going to put on a little funeral for it.
Oh.
Let's see some of the top comments. Huck, Tua, and her are both gone the world. Yes, it's a lot
Oh,
of
these comments are
negativity, yeah.
really mean.
And let me tell you, I got a lot of experience with this type of commenter. Remember this girl left her husband and family to pursue this as a full-time career, which, mind you, does not necessarily have to be true, right? Like maybe
I I don't.
they just had a divorce unrelated to the career. I don't know.
Oh wow.
The comment section just seems like inundated with people who don't like her, which is so confusing for something that is also like the end, you know?
Jesus. Okay, yeah, those are typical internet comments. I don't know
Mhm.
much about her at all. I saw like a few clips on Twitter. I remember it like went viral.
Mhm.
I do remember that. Um, that's not very well
Yeah.
educated in this one. Ooh, I want to talk about my first crush. That's funny.
You wanna
Love
talk about
that.
your first crush?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
actually a really interesting story. Okay.
Today we're gonna talk about crushes.
Or kinda. There was like this crush I had right in middle school.
Mhm.
Okay, so she is a woman now. So I will be referring to as okay. So back then
Mhm.
I had a crush on her. Super, super like big crush, middle school stuff where I would like slam the locker at the same time as her and try to like walk home at the same time. Like all this like
Oh, like y the time when you guys were both
yeah.
leaving? Cute.
Super cute, and apparently she had no idea. I met up with her like a few times after that. Then we
Mhm.
took a long hiatus, and
Mhm.
then recently she
Mhm.
messaged me saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in LA. Let's hang out."
That's
By the
so
way, I'm a
cute.
her now. I'm like, "Oh, cool." So
Mhm.
we hang out, and it
Mhm.
was like, oh my god, it was like really cute because it was like just two girlies yapping about something. I'm like, you had no idea I liked you back then. She's like, no, zero clue. And then I'm like, okay, you want to come on stream with me? And she's like, okay. So I drag her on stream, and we start talking about our childhood and
Mhm.
stuff for like 2 hours ish, and it was just
Wow.
really nice.
That sounds really nice.
So I was like, I'm glad we got to like become friends again.
That's so freaking cute. Tell her I said hi.
Mm.
Let's see. My first crush was this guy that lived near me. And I was really young and I lived in cul-de-sac. And he was like 3 doors down. I think his name was Lucian.
Mm.
Such a cool name. I think he was Italian or something. And I had a big crush on him for maybe like 4 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. Okay, one time his I think it was a pit bull or a pit bull adjacent dog. I don't know.
Oh,
One time we were
I know the
hanging out.
story.
Yeah, we were hanging out in his backyard.
Chomp.
Some trampolining and things of the like. And I had a braid. Right now I have two. But imagine one big fat one in the back of my head. All right. His pit bull, for some reason, just chomps onto my braid. Now I'm like, my head is being yanked back. I'm trying to still look cute because I'm in front of my crush. Like, hello? Hello? But also his pit bull is eating my hair. Anyways, I lived. It was fine. And one time, oh my God, I think he was in the year beneath me. And we did a school field trip, both of our classes. And I was like, it's my time. And we were really good friends, actually. But then during the field trip, it was at, let's say, like an art museum or something where everybody's walking around a little bit. There's time to sit, chill, whatever. And I had my little MP3 player. And I used to love listening to Chris Brown. Used to. Um, and I was listening to, I think it was either like With You or maybe it was Usher, My Boo, one of those lovey-dovey ass songs, right? So I'm listening to that. with you, whatever. He sits beside me. He's like, "What are you listening to?" He pops in an earplug? Not an earplug, sorry. An one of those. No, I swear there's another word. A headphone. Whatever. He starts listening to the song with me. We start singing the lyrics together.
Aw. That's cute.
It was so cute. But why did we not get married after? Like, how can you sing those lyrics alongside me? Didn't even date, didn't kiss, didn't get married, nothing. I don't even remember what happened, actually. But he was always very nice and chill to me, so like that.
That's cute.
I hope he's doing well.
I like how like, you can remember certain like moments of when people are really nice to you.
Mhm,
Oh, like for example, did I tell the story? I don't remember. An open sauce.
mhm.
Well, okay, 8 years ago.
I saw you tweeted it, but I don't
Yeah,
think you told it on the
I'll
podcast.
tell it on the podcast. 8 years ago, I was at round one with Aria, and I remember she did my makeup really pretty.
Mhm.
And I was leaving at the parking lot, and this guy ran up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, just want to let you know you're really pretty." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And then he ran away. And then I turned to Aria. I'm like, "Oh my god, did you hear that?" Because nobody ever really like said that to me. Like, I don't think I was the type of person to like, "Oh man, she's so fucking pretty." Like, that wasn't me. Anyway, so the fact that I got like a genuine compliment from someone who didn't know me
Mhm,
meant a lot at that time.
mhm.
I never forgot it. Guy finds me 8 years later at Open Sauce, like recently, and he's like, "Hey, I was that guy, by the way, at the parking lot." I'm
That's
like, "Oh
so
my god."
cute.
He's like, "Can I explain the context?" I'm like, "Of course." He's like, "So my friend actually knew who you were, but I had no idea." And I was saying how, "Oh, I think she's pretty." And the friend's like, "You should go tell her that." He's like, "Okay, I think I will." And that's why I told you. And then like I heard the story, you telling the story again, and I'm like, "Oh wait,
Mhm.
that's me." And then we got a picture together at Open Sauce, and I'm like, "That's really cute." And I
That
told
is
him, "Thank you for
so
telling that to me
cute.
when I was younger.
Yeah,
I kind of needed
yeah.
it." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like those moments stick out
Girl,
so much.
I remember those moments too.
There's like moments of just nice stuff, like genuine
Especially when your
kindness
self-esteem is
is in
still
the
forming
pits.
or in the pits. Yup.
As I get older, I keep catching myself thinking I should go to the doctor more, to deal with things like stress, bloated after certain meals, back
Mhm,
pain, etc.
mhm.
But it can be tough to get a doctor, and I want to keep myself happy.
Lucky for you, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment.
Talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 dollars. That's a lot of dollars. I
That's a lot of
can't even count
doctors.
that high. For mental health, because I need that. Dental health, I
I
also need
need
that.
that.
Primary care and
I
urgent
need
care, I
that.
need
Oh,
that too.
urgent too.
Yeah.
You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients.
And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment and openings. Choose a time slot that works for you and click to instantly book a visit.
Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of when you booked. You can even score same-day appointments.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sweet and sour to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
It is truly a one-stop shop, a one-shop stop,
Yeah, you
a
tried.
one-stop. It is the one-stop shop.
One-stop
It
shop.
really is a one-stop shop for all your doctor appointment needs. That's zocdoc.com/sweet, the letter N, sour. ZocDoc.com/sweet and sour.
And thank you for supporting us and back to our scheduled
Go to
content.
the websites anyways and just check it out. It really helps.
There was another time, right, where again, Aria did my makeup.
Mhm.
It's always Aria doing my makeup. But
Ayy.
I didn't know it. I still don't quite understand very well how to do my makeup that well. She does it much better on me. But she made me look really pretty, right? I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, I look so pretty." I was like looking at myself, I didn't have glasses on, I had contacts on and everything, and my hair was like styled. I remember I went to get boba, right?
Mhm.
And the, the guy getting my order was just unusually nice. I buy stuff a lot. I buy boba a lot. I don't get treated like this, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's like, "Oh, do you need help like taking it to your car?" "Oh no, don't worry, I'll hold it for you and everything." I'm like, "Whoa, is this what pretty privilege is?"
Mhm.
And then I'm like,
It so is.
yeah, and then he like looked at my card. I remember he's like, "Okay, here's your order, Lily," or something like that, right? See my
Cute.
name as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even tell you my name," and he just read the card. And, okay, so he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll help you." So he opens the door for me and makes sure I get in. I'm like, "Oh, thank you," and I'm like, "Oh my god, okay." But then that's when I learned, yeah,
Pretty privilege is real.
Pretty privilege is super real. Like it's just being treated so kindly
Mhm.
and like because you look cute or whatever that specific day.
That's so sweet.
You're probably used to it though.
No.
You're probably used to it.
No, I'm just very well aware of it
Ooh.
in the sense that, like, you know, when you try extra hard, you get treated extra
You
nicely for some
do.
reason.
That's why whenever I hear stories of like, you know, girls trying to like or anyone actually just bettering themselves, trying to look
Mhm.
better, and like I can never
Like, you
fault
can't blame him.
anyone because the world is a little nicer to if you just look better. It's
So
a little shallow, but
absolutely
that's just
true.
how it is.
Also, I think internet culture only further emphasizes that. You know, like when you see a mugshot go giga viral and it's like of a serial killer and they're like, I might forgive him.
Or the pictures of girls on Twitter,
Mhm.
they just go giga viral. Like the
Mhm.
recent one is that Japanese girl. Do you know that?
Oh, I
With the
saw
she's
that.
doing the pouty
Yeah.
face with the business suit,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Giga viral. She
Yeah.
started a YouTube channel and everything. And
It's
I saw her.
crazy.
It's like she's like thanking people in Japanese, like, oh, thank you so much, blah blah. But her attitude's so funny. Her YouTube short, she's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna try this, blah blah. Thank you. And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna give up. So
Wait, that's really cute.
I thought it was adorable. I'm like, okay, you do you. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, actually, the compliment thing reminded me. There is a guy that I also recall. When I was in middle school, like, guys didn't really like me like that. And so the one guy that did, um, and he told me about it. He was like, "Yeah, I like you." And he mentioned like certain features of mine that he really liked that I didn't really like, and that really stood out to me. And I was like, "That's so sweet." But he was like, "Yeah, I really, really like you." But I'm crazy. My response was, "You don't even know me. How could you like me?"
oh, that's so funny. That's so
And
like
I
middle
just know
school.
his heart was like,
No.
I'm like, "You don't even know me. How could you like me?" Me to the guy at the Tara Yummy party. Like, really? Actually, my other childhood crush, like, in, elementary school, I remember there was this guy that I liked, and, I don't remember his name, but just, like, cute white boy, brown hair, was, like, more reserved, kind of like a smarty pants type, and then one day he came to school, and I cannot believe I still remember this day so vividly. And it's because he was so sick. He was so sick that I'd never in my life seen someone be, like, green in the face. I'm talking, like, you know the puke emoji before it pukes?
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Mm.
and it's, like, green in the face? That was him. And I've yet still to this day, I've never seen anyone be green in the face, okay? He ends up going home early because he's clearly sick. Never came back.
Just never came back?
Just never came back.
What the kinda spooky.
It
It's
is.
so spooky.
So that was a short-lived crush because I don't know where the fuck he went. He never came back.
I used to have a lot of 2D crushes. Have you had 2D crushes? Oh, yo, me
Is
too.
that a crush where, like,
Dumb.
they fart a lot?
No, like you have crushes.
2D.
Yeah, what did you
Oh
think
my god,
I
I thought
meant?
like 2T.
Okay. Anime guys.
I think I find, like, 85% of anime guys attractive, but I don't know what you mean by crush. Like, it never leads into some sort of obsession because
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
guess.
"I can't have you."
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a shallow, superficial, like, oh, I really like this anime character. I wasn't like
Yeah,
really like in love with a fictional character.
unless
Unless.
Do you
right.
guys have like a certain anime guy type? Because there's like common tropes of like how the guys act and stuff.
Yeah, you know the guy who's, like, rushing to school with, like, one piece of toast in his mouth, and he's, like, kinda tall and lanky and kinda nerdy looking, but
Yeah,
also kinda handsome
I
looking?
visualized that like perfectly.
Yep, that's my type. That's my 2D guy type. What about you?
I liked Roy Mustang when I was younger.
Who's
Do you
that
know?
again?
Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist. The guy who does boop from Full
Oh,
Metal
cute.
Alchemist. Wait, you never watched Full Metal Alchemist?
I watched some episodes. I watched the movie, but I just don't know all the names off the top of my head.
Oh, he makes fire. He snaps and fire comes out. It was cool.
Wait, was there a movie?
There was a movie, yes.
Then yes, I watched that.
And then I liked, what did I like? Honestly, Roy was like a big part of my childhood. I just really
Cute.
liked him.
That's so very cute. What are your icks, Lily?
Are you serious?
Hi.
Oh, she picked you.
Right.
That's actually insane.
Right.
Holy crap. They never like the mom, you know, they like the fun aunt.
Well, you could
My
be my
icks.
fun aunt or a fun aunt to my children someday.
Lack of passion.
Any sort of bigotry.
Yeah, racism, sexism, generally if they're just like not a nice person.
Yeah.
They like kick animals and children.
Yeah.
Physical violence and you know.
I don't love a lack of proactivity.
Oh yeah, I would file that under passion too.
Yeah.
Like I just
You got to be excited about something beyond me, because you're definitely gonna be excited about me.
wow. Whoa.
Well,
Hold
you
up.
know.
Let that hang.
Hold up. Reverse it.
Did you guys ever have like a crush or like a passing crush on someone and then they did something to get you like, ooh, never mind. I'm okay.
Yeah, it's usually like when they open their mouth and they're just way too sexually suggestive and forward 120 seconds into knowing them. That'll usually do it for me.
No, I get that.
Because then I'm like, oh, so you must be this way with everyone ever. Oh, okay.
I like relationships built on friendship. Like I feel like you should be best friends, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's your partner for life, essentially.
I agree.
When you told me the story about listening to the music with
Yeah.
there was one time in Japan, like right after I got cheated on, I was like super sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like just catatonic, you know, as you may know. And then I remember a lot of our friends wanted to go somewhere, and Michael stayed behind, and he was like, "Do you want to listen to my sad song playlist?" And I'm like, "Okay."
That's so fucking
So he sat a
cute.
good respectable distance away from me, handed me one earbud, and we sat there listening to his sad song playlist. I remember.
Did you not cry?
Well, I was like empty.
I would have cried
I was like
so
numb.
much.
I was like, I don't feel anything. I'm sad, but also I couldn't like, you know.
You know, that's kind of why I don't listen to sad music. I just
Yeah.
am gonna cry every time.
But I love feeling stuff. Sometimes I'll listen to the same sad song over and over again.
I would love to work through what differentiates someone with that preference versus someone with my preference.
Sometimes you just want to feel the sad again. You know?
Aren't you gonna cry?
Yeah, but it's like a good cry. Like it makes it reminds
did
you
that-
you're alive.
Is this in? I did that once, and it was because I intentionally did want to cry in order to process something.
Okay, yeah, like kind of like that.
Yeah, but that's like once every 3 years.
Oh wow.
Aside from that,
so happy. Listen to happy songs, don't you? Huh? But you
Okay,
got
no, but-
Joji in your playlist.
But it makes me feel like I'm too sensitive then.
No, I don't think so. I think everyone's different. Like I like sad stuff. That doesn't mean
I feel like you're good at managing the sadness.
it doesn't mean I like being sad per se.
Mhm.
It's just like I appreciate it, you know?
Yeah. It's so interesting how we all interact differently with emotions.
True. Sometimes I like being really sad because then like and I can write music, you know? It's not good if I'm too
Oh.
happy. I'm like I can't write shit.
Fair enough.
Everything I write's so cheesy and campy and
Aw.
too happy.
Aw. That is fair. Maybe that's also why I avoid sadness, because it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Maybe
Go on stream and not say a word?
I do that too. Sometimes if I'm really sad, like
Mhm.
that's the best time to play solo queue.
Okay, that's actually true.
Yeah, right. Because nothing can bring you worse.
Yes.
Like you
I
cannot
almost
tilt me.
feel a level of like that, but that's
Calm.
when I'm like numb.
Yes,
Yes,
You're
when I'm
calm.
numb, I'm like solo queue for 12 hours
Exactly. No-
immediately.
you can't get upset because like I'm already upset. I'm already like down in the dumps. You cannot make it worse.
And I feel like I can go from like numb to very competitive very easily,
Mhm.
where I'm just like nothing in the world matters, so I'm gonna lock in on this
You're so
Valorant
cute.
game. Yep.
Yeah.
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 I hear you on that. You looking kind of cute.
Thanks. You looking kind of cute too.
Thanks. If there was anything we should do, what do you think it should be?
I think we should travel more.
Right, right, right.
No, we
I was thinking of
should.
some other stuff, but that's all good.
What did
Um,
I do?
do you remember someone that has had a crush on you and you were like, no?
Oh my god, yes. In
Oh,
high school, I'm
okay.
pretty sure this guy had a crush on me because it sounded like I was from an anime and he loved anime.
Oh.
I'm like 90% sure. And then there's a ghost in here. I remember he like took me to a concert,
Mhm.
like a video game concert,
Mhm.
whatever. And his dad took us, I think.
Mhm.
And then at the very end, I thought it was a friend's thing, but then he walked me to my door, and it was really awkward because I was like, okay, bye, and I just like left.
Yep.
And then I remember, someone told me this where I forgot where I got this information, but apparently his dad was like, "You better get something out of all this effort you're putting in for this girl," or something like that.
Jesus.
And that just like scared me away forever.
Yeah, that kind of energy would scare me away forever
I've had
too.
people with crushes on me. I remember, and I always remember feeling bad because I had like you have to say like you can't say yes to everyone,
Ugh,
right? I would if I could, but I can't. So
I
it was like
know.
I'm really, really sorry, like
Yeah,
very apologetic and blah blah, blah, knowing that this might be the end of our friendship, and you
yeah.
just gotta be ready to
That's the
accept that.
saddest part,
Yeah.
man. When they got a crush on you and you love them as a friend, and then you can't be friends for a while because they gotta process the crush. You're like, well, fuck, man. Now we both taking an L because I miss you.
But I also felt like flattered too, you know? Like, oh, you like
Yeah,
me? Wow, I am so flattered. Thank you. I
I
appreciate it.
agree.
You know?
Especially when someone really does get to know you.
Yeah.
Then that hits even harder. So I do feel like sometimes people I think my reluctance, whether it was in middle school or now, is I feel like if someone likes me too much too soon, before they even really know much about me, then I'm like, oh, you like the idea of me. You like whatever fantasy version of me that you've built up in your head. And if I don't align with that, well, you're probably still like, you're gonna like me, but not in an authentic way. And then that will lead to some sort of problem down the road.
I guess that's what like all beginning relationships are kind of like. You know, you get to know each other,
Mm,
you know?
Not all. I think there's a natural and healthy excitement to get to know someone, and I think a lot of the time that comes from, like, attraction and, I feel like sometimes infatuation has, like, a negative connotation, but more like, yeah, this excitement to get to know someone. But for me, like, if I start talking to someone and then all of a sudden they're, like, hella love bomby, like, "You're the one for me," like,
You're so
2
beautiful. You're
2
the blah,
minutes
blah, blah.
in,
Yeah. Too
and like,
much.
when sometimes someone's words or actions are not matching a natural, healthy progression and pace of a relationship, I think in the past there were instances where I thought, oh, wow, like they must just really see how incredible I am. But in reality, I just don't think that's very healthy. And I think I find it a lot more attractive when someone slowly gets to know you and their desire and like or love for you grows
Grows over
alongside
time.
that. Cause then I'm like, oh, that's real. In the same way that I should slowly like you more, not immediately like you so much. And then typically when it goes like that, like 2 days in, they're like, "Oop,"
Then it'll
it
go like
slowly
that.
goes down. You only got down to go from there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I like the
learn.
gradual friendship, like
Mhm.
to relationship, which is for me and my class.
I actually hear from a lot of long-term relationships that it feels like they like their partner a little bit more every day
Hmm.
versus, like, starting off, like, crazy at 110%. 'Cause then it's like, well, you rarely, like, start there and then keep going. Maybe for some people, but
I mean, I think the longer your relationship goes, you do have to like make a conscious choice every
yeah,
day to put effort
put
in.
effort
You
in,
gotta
yeah.
water it.
Very true, very
Yeah.
true. Look, Lily made a Mimi little bean. She's so cute and squishy. And she has a butthole. Not that that's important, but I mean, she does. It's cute. It's a
Yeah,
little,
the
like,
butthole.
asterisk butthole and a signature on the butt, which is very cheeky. Get it? And you can get them at Lil Beans.
Dot store.
.store. I was gonna say .com, and that would have been so fucking wrong.
And
It's
TwitchCon.
.store.
I'll sell them
And
at TwitchCon.
TwitchCon, which now I might be at because you're gonna be at.
Sweet and sour.
Should we do a sweet and
people.
sour episode there?
That'd be kind of cute.
Someone
I will also
talk
have
to
sweet
Daniel.
and sour. I
Get
will
on
also have
it.
sweet and sour merch at TwitchCon. Just like stickers and stuff. Little stuff. Little stuff.
I have a question.
Oui.
So I think we've gotten a lot of solaces similar to what this question is asking. And since Lily is a fan of like the friends to lovers approach, how do you have that conversation of like, because I think a lot of people have that fear of destroying a friendship when if you get rejected, keep it one-sided, blah blah blah. So how do you like pivot to that conversation of like going into lovers than just friends?
Well, I think for starters, there needs to be signs. If there are no signs of interest, it's kind of difficult to pivot.
For example, if you guys are like tickling each other and you realize that friends don't do that.
What?
It took me a long time.
Right.
Friends don't do that when you think about it, right? Yeah, no, they do not do
Yeah.
that.
Not really.
But at the time, I'm like, oh, Michael and I are so close.
I mean, that you were.
We're like, tickle her. And then we're like, I didn't. But then like when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty obvious.
That's kind of
So
cute,
obvious. Oh, what's the
I
question?
think
Oh.
sometimes when there's like tension when you guys are hanging out, do you get really close physically? Do you compliment each other almost like in a romantic way?
Does he
I think
listen
those
to
are
you?
pretty.
Does he listen to you
signs.
talk about personality types for 2 hours in his room while he's working on stuff? And he tells you that he likes listening to it and you should continue.
I think, if you see those signs, some good questions to ask or openers or things along the lines of, have you ever seen me as more than a friend? And what other questions would be good? And then I feel like those are more yes or no indicators. And then at some point you just say, can I take you out on a date? That's really it. Yeah.
I'm glad mine happened at the same time.
Hmm?
Like we just kind of like realized at the same
Oh,
time.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
It was very
Yeah.
nice. Now we're 5 years in. Time flies.
Cute.
We do have solace if you guys want to do that.
I would love to. Don't forget, you can send your stories to sweet, letter N, sour social at gmail.com. Please make sure they aren't as long as it is hard to read in one go.
So my husband, 40, and I, 30, have been together for 10 years. 5 of those years have been married. 2018. In 2018, he began his journey with photography. He started to explore more artistic and intimate styles. He asked a friend to come over to our home when I wasn't there and took photos of her topless in her underwear and nude. This has escalated
Excuse me?
very fast. He didn't tell me this is what he was doing, and when I found out, I lost it on him.
Excuse me?
We worked through it. I tried to be okay with it. He did a few more shoots, and I just couldn't get past how it made me uncomfortable. So he said he wouldn't pursue that type of photography anymore.
Okay.
So this year, 7 years later, he has decided he wants to pursue this again. That it was my own insecurities and manipulation that forced him to push down who he has always been, and his dream of pursuing his photography in this style. I said I'm trying to work on my insecurities, try not to view it as hurtful. But as much as I try, I always come back to it being a hard boundary that I have that he continues to push. He recently has an idea for a book of poems and photographs that showcase people's lives and struggles. He wants to pursue creating this and turn their hardships into beautiful artwork. He started to chat with people on his socials who want to be part of this project, and he's traveled to take their photos, all women, of course. I don't think my husband would be unfaithful, and I don't think he has any ulterior motives, but it causes me anxiety and hurt. He has said he is not going to let me change him anymore, and that all I've ever done is made him feel like he can't be himself, so he does not care about how I feel and will continue to do this. If I can't deal with it, then he threatened to leave. There is no compromise he is willing to make. I don't want to make him feel like he isn't accepted and supported by me, but I feel like I'm losing part of myself by trying to be okay with all of this. Am I being a bad wife because I am having a hard time supporting him? Am I a prude? Am I crazy for feeling this is inappropriate and disrespectful to our marriage? There's a lot more context to how he feels and a lot of other things that have gone on in our relationship that's led us here, but this is currently the biggest issue and I'm struggling a lot. Your perspectives would be appreciated. Wow.
Wait, and then she said, "Thank you, and I love you both so much, and it is just so cool. Someone out there loves me so much."
Okay, but that story though.
That's so exciting. I love you too.
Ooh.
And I'm so sorry you're going through this dilemma, and I very much do understand how much of a dilemma it is. I would like to personally start by answering your question, am I a prude? Because I think that that is kind of the core of all of this, and also something that I've personally asked myself many a times, where I felt like my preferences didn't align with someone else's. And the answer is kind of yes and no. For starters, prude has way too negative of a
It does.
connotation,
It
right?
does.
If you prefer perhaps modesty or you're not comfortable with more sexual things, that is okay. And if someone is comfortable posing nude, if they want to be spread eagle out in the middle of the yard, not the yard, the street, then that's okay too. Wait, that's public indecency. Is that illegal? Anyways, my point is, wherever you land on this spectrum of how comfortable you are with sexually suggestive things, neither end of that spectrum has to be right or wrong. It is but a preference. And unfortunately, to me, it kind of sounds like this is an area where you and your husband don't really align. That is kind of my overarching thought. But I will say there were some many flags that popped up, especially in regards to the things that he is saying to you. There's no compromise. You're changing him. He doesn't care about how you feel. I don't know if you are perhaps paraphrasing the things that he has said that have felt the most emotional or the most hurtful, so they're easiest to remember. But if that is generally his rhetoric around problem solving with you, I don't think that's very nice. Um, yeah. Also, why is it all women? Also, the whole topless thing without telling you.
That
Again,
was
if
the biggest red
yeah,
flag
without
to me.
telling you, I feel like that's kind of like baseline would be communicating prior. Anyways, I'd love to hear what you think, Lily.
No, I don't think like he's wrong to
Want to pursue
want to
that?
pursue specific things, but I don't think you're wrong either for having boundaries on what
Mhm.
you're comfortable with.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, this sounds like a very it's like you guys have different boundaries, I guess.
Mhm.
Like you have every right to be uncomfortable, just as he has his right to do whatever. And there might be people who are okay with that, but you're not okay with it. And I
Mhm.
think that's perfectly fine. You don't
Yeah.
have to be okay with everything. And it's just unfortunate because it just seems like a very like it needs to be a yes or a no, you know? Like it's hard.
That is difficult.
Like being told, oh, your insecurity and manipulation is forcing
I
him
agree.
to
I don't
push
know.
down who he always has been. Like, okay. I don't know what I feel like I would feel so
Misunderstood.
yeah. Yeah, in that
Also,
position.
even the fact that you're labeling it as your insecurity, maybe it's just what you're comfortable with when it comes
I think
to a
that's fine.
relationship. Yeah.
I think if you're uncomfortable with your husband taking pictures of naked women, like I think that's a very okay boundary to have. I don't think I'd be okay with
If
Michael
you're
taking
uncomfortable with your husband like interacting with another woman, maybe I'm like, okay, maybe we're leading on an
a little bit better.
insecurity that you should work through.
Yeah.
But right now, I think this is just a preference.
I feel like if Michael suddenly had a dream and he wanted to
And he
take
was like,
pictures
I need to
of
see more
naked
women's
women, I think
buttholes.
we'd have a hard talk about this, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"I'm not that comfortable with it," you know? And then I'm trying to put myself in his and then he told me, "You are being insecure and manipulating me into suppressing my dreams." And I'm like, "Do I have to let you go then? Because I'm just not comfortable with it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, if I was in your shoes, I would maybe accept that this might potentially be an incompatibility that you guys cannot surmount. If he is so dead set on doing this, and to be completely honest with you, I hope this isn't too much for me to say, but I don't love the way that he's going about this.
Neither
And
do
to me,
I.
that's almost more problematic. Because in a marriage, I mean, you guys have been together a long time. I'm sure you already know. You're gonna come across instances where you disagree, problems that you need to solve together.
But
And
you can't
just,
just be like, "Oh, we have to do it my way,"
or the
or like, "I'm leaving."
highway, double middle fingers
Yeah,
up.
no
Like,
compromise, nothing.
yeah,
It's I feel like that sucks the most, no matter
I agree.
regardless of what it is you guys are struggling about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Should we read one more? Or you guys feel like
Let's
we're
read one
good?
more.
Aki, go ahead.
I am a male 30 dating my BF who's 37. Started our relationship 2.5 years ago.
Mhm.
2 months in the relationship, he revealed he has two babies. Huge shock. He decided to have children when he was single. I imagine it was a choice his parents, Asian, presented to him after they found out he was gay. While I like children, I thought to myself neither of us were emotionally mature enough to have kids, but decided to give it a try, okay?
I'm lost.
Okay, I'm kind of lost. So 2 months in, he's like, surprise, I got two babies.
Where are the babies? Are they
He-
with the parents?
He decided to have children when he was single? I don't get it. I don't get this.
Yeah, so basically, it's
Sorry.
okay.
I'm imagining like he whipped the babies out of his pockets.
I'm assuming that he probably did it through different means, but he's not like attractive to women at all. But he is taking care of the kids at like they don't live together, so he takes care of the kids with like the kids live with him and everything.
So he has the kids.
yes.
These are his
Oh.
kids.
Yes.
Okay, 2.5
Okay.
years in,
Okay.
my BF is very hard to communicate with to see my ends of things. He believes if he explains his
Wait, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Again,
No, I
I
don't
want to
care.
make sure I'm
Go.
following correctly. He said, while I like children, I thought to myself, neither of us were emotionally mature enough to have kids, but decided to give it a try. Oh, give the relationship
Yeah.
a try even.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause, like,
okay.
It's a little crazy to say that he's not emotionally mature when he's 37 and like he was 35 or 34 at that
oh yeah,
point.
that's also true, yeah.
Okay. I should
And
mention we don't
also-
live together, so I don't really shoulder much responsibility, but I joke I have babies on subscription.
And also,
so
like,
that's
it's
cute.
2 months into the relationship.
You
what a-
why you hiding babies for 2 months? Can I say something crazy
What is it?
from personal experience? If someone can hide some shit like that from you, not gonna be the last thing they hide. That's all I'ma say. Anyways,
2.5 years in, okay. BF is very hard to communicate with. See my end of thing. Okay. He believes if he explains his perspective perfectly, I should not have to get frustrated or angry. When I get really angry and frustrated from years of not being able to make this work, I get countered with, I think you're overcomplicating things. Why are you raising your voice or cursing at me? Or saying something not proactive like, so tell me, I am listening, when he cannot articulate how I feel or my point of view. I am fighting so hard to feel seen and have my feelings validated. And I think it is so hard to get my point across without getting very butthurt when he accuses me of being rude mid sentence. I feel lonely and
oh, I feel
alone
very
with my frustrations about this relationship. I think he cares little about how I think. I think he cares more about what I can provide. Frequent bar hopping, nice bags, gifts, cookies, but his family is loaded. He honestly doesn't need it from me. I do go to therapy. He thinks it's nice I go, but personally doesn't believe it will be of help to him and would rather spend the money drinking or gym. I have convinced him to try couples therapy once, which he tried and thought it would help me, and he thought he did his part by spending his time to be there for me. I gave up because I could not justify 1.5x the money for the effort my partner put in. It was recently his birthday we got in an argument. Regardless of the context of the argument, I could not stand when he pulled out it not worth getting angry over his birthday week. I don't like the birthday card. So I made a huge deal out of it and decided to ask one of his friends to stand in for the birthday dinner I planned for him. I admit I'm childish for not letting this pass on his birthday, but I really do not see an out, and the frustration has kind of won over. The kids, 3 years old now, are insanely cute and know my name. Breaking up means I most likely lose my relationship with these kids as well. Marriage was shot down in earlier conversations, and even with smooth sailing, I felt like I was never promised a future either. To be fair, my boyfriend would probably like to continue this relationship and would definitely bawl his eyes out, but there were no promises made by him to do better in this relationship to make me feel less lonely. The hell do? I don't want the responsibility. Can you dial Thanos to snap his fingers? I love the podcast. Thank you. Uh, you know when they give like this serious
They're like, everything is
situation.
on fire and everybody's dead and I might be dead. I don't even know how I'm writing this. Love you guys so much.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. I appreciate them ending it very positively. It's very cute.
We love you guys too.
Hey, this is
It's a pickle. I will say there are things that make me sad when I read where he's like, I don't feel like he cares about my feelings. And then there's other things where I'm like, okay, but that wasn't great either, where he's like, he had a friend stand in for the birthday weekend. I am a birthday gal though. I'm like, you want me to kill someone on your birthday? I have a gun. But you go
the
ahead.
thing that stood out to me was like, because he thinks that he explains everything perfectly, you have no right to get upset. Wait, go up or something like
I
that.
recall, yeah. It
Yeah.
seems like a logic versus feeling kind of thing where
Yeah, that's super logical.
OP is like, I just want my feelings validated.
Validated.
And the other person is like,
I
well, you should just
explained this
understand.
perfectly, so why are you getting angry or frustrated? That is
that's
so
tough.
hard to go against because it's like,
And
yes, you did explain it perfectly, but that doesn't change how
How
I feel.
I feel, yes. And I feel like that's kind of the baseline of a relationship. How well you can communicate. I would like to add, I wonder if he knows that you're, to be honest, it sounds to me like you're kind of at your wit's end. And I wonder if he would be willing to put in more effort if he knew that.
It just sounds so frustrating. Like I can
Yeah.
tell what kind of person this, like the therapy thing, right? I'm only going for you if it'll help you for the couples therapy. It's not like a you and I versus the situation. It's like, oh, you need to work on your thing. I'm doing everything fine. Like, why are you getting upset?
I'm
Like,
doing this for you,
I
but
think
me,
you're
I'm
overcomplicating
perfect. Hair
things.
flip.
Yeah, like it's so frustrating to deal with that kind of shit.
Also,
Oof.
to me personally, maybe to each their own, but for me, when it comes to children, I feel like someone should be pretty honest about that, like right out the gates. That is big.
Yeah, 2 months in.
Then
babies.
again, I'm just gonna put this out there so when OP listens, maybe be considerate of, do you ever feel like there are other things that this person hides from you? If it's not a pattern, then maybe it was just like a one-time thing of him trying to protect his privacy to some degree, but that is big.
It doesn't seem like a good thing that 2.5 years in you feel this invalidated. Like you are fighting really hard for him to even consider your feelings. I feel like, you should have your feelings validated and listened to as well.
It's free to
yeah.
validate someone's feelings. It costs nothing.
I think this is definitely something you guys need to talk about more.
I think also like the person who sent this should consider what they want, because it's
That's true
like
too.
it seems like they aren't really aligned on like their future together, and he doesn't want to get married, and OP is kind of just like, oh, it's okay, I don't like, kind of brushing off. But this, like, considering that they brought it up, it might be something that they have in the picture, and if it's a relationship that is not worth pursuing for this person anymore. I think they did mention something about the kids and how they kind of feel bad because the kids are remembering their
Kids are
names. But I'm
cute.
like, it's kind of better to like not stay 10 years into it and then leave versus like the 2.5 years, as bad as that
Yeah.
sounds.
It's
2.5
important.
years, you're gonna be okay.
It's also
I feel like
yeah.
that's the point at which you know, is it gonna last 10 plus years? Or did we really enjoy our time together and now we see that there are major incompatibilities.
And it's okay to want things. It's
Mhm.
okay to want to have your feelings listened to. It's okay to want to marry. Like
Not even want, need. It's okay for
it's okay.
those are very valid
It's okay to,
requirements
yeah.
in most relationships, to be honest. I want to add 2 things. One, was the Thanos snap in regards to the babies? I just wanna, are we on the same page about that, or did I
Wait,
misunderstand?
go down. Let me read it again. Wait. I think he's more referring to like he doesn't want the responsibility
Of the
So-
kids, right?
No, just like
dealing
the
with this.
situation.
Yeah.
I don't think he
What are
meant
we Thanos
snap
snapping?
the responsibilities away. I guess like yeah.
Do we know what Thanos
I don't think
is
it's
snapped?
the babies, Poki. I don't think he meant.
I'm not saying this even towards OP. I'm saying it's like if you are this unsure about the responsibility of having children, even that is a huge incompatibility in the relationship. The kids aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think the kids are, because prior he was kind of talking about how, like, if he breaks up, it'll, like, the boyfriend will cry his eyes out and blah blah blah. But there's no promises. I think the OP is talking about the responsibility to confront this and
Yeah,
have this
that's what I
conversation.
thought, too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, not.
My point is mainly just like all the things mentioned in regards to the kids, as in, do you want to have children? Do you want to parent children? Do you want to get married and instead of it being like a subscription, like it's full time? If you're unsure about that, that's really important to consider. If that is something that you like, then of course it's good that it doesn't bother you because, well, yeah, that's going to be a big part of your relationship if it continues and especially if it progresses. And then the other thing that I was going to mention is I would recommend, to be honest, reading over this message that you sent, especially the part where you talk about the miscommunications that you guys have. I think he cares little about how I think. I think he cares more about what I can provide, the nice gifts, the bags, et cetera, et cetera. Read over the fact that you feel that way. And of course, like sometimes there are things that you can work through in a relationship, but everything that you listed out here is a lot.
Yeah.
And imagine if a friend was telling you that, what you would want for them as a friend, and essentially like be a friend to yourself in this situation.
Stand up for yourself too.
Yeah. Anyways, I wish you the best of luck.
Mm.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to hear us yap some more,
We'll be
you
on
know where to
Patreon.
go. We're gonna go talk for another like 40 minutes on the Patreon. Are you ready? I want chicken so bad.
Much shit to talk about.
Oh, we talk a lot of shit on the
We don't,
Patreon.
we
And it
don't,
hasn't
we
been
don't.
leaked yet, which is incredible.
We
Thank
don't
you
know.
guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I use Pokemon for the Cartier stuff. I admit it. I gave away money pretty
So you're
freely.
just so successful and rich and it's funny.
One more time, I'm gonna beat you up.
We gotta keep this between us.
Wait, keep this between us, like not.
Oh no, I mean, well, between us on the Patreon.